be a code base. Quick dad joke while we're at it. Hey everyone, today I'm diving into a chilling twist on the JonBenét Ramsey case. What if the ransom note was actually written inside the house itself? According to some forensic reports, the ink and pressure on the note matched the unique textures of the wallpaper in the nursery where the note was found. Honestly, that idea feels like a scene straight out of a psychological thriller, and it makes you wonder if the killer had a personal vendetta. Picture this, the perpetrator using the house's own design as a covert marker, almost like leaving a signature in plain sight. If that's true, it changes the whole narrative from an external intruder to someone who knew the home intimately. So what do you guys think? Does the inside house theory add another layer of mystery or just fuel more speculation? At the end of the day, the case still feels like a puzzle missing key pieces, and that theory is just one more piece we might never see. Thanks for tuning in, drop your theories below, and I'll catch you next time for another deep dive into unsolved mysteries. Hey everyone, buckle up because I have a joke about the ultimate pet entrepreneur. I work hard so my cat can have a better life. Wow, that's the kind of motivation that keeps the cat from stealing my snacks. Hey everyone, I just saw the headline that Derek Ho and Haley Erbert welcomed their first baby girl, Everly Capri. They announced her birth on December 29, 2025, after Haley's miraculous recovery from emergency brain surgery in late 2023. I'm honestly thrilled. This little girl is a symbol of resilience and hope for all of us watching their journey. It matters because it reminds us that even after the toughest health battles, life can bring unexpected joy and new beginnings. In my opinion, their story is a powerful narrative about love, perseverance, and the incredible strength of family. I know a lot of you in chat have been rooting for Haley during her recovery, and I'm sure they're just as excited for this new chapter. Let me know in the chat, how do you think this will inspire your own challenges? Thanks for listening, and I'll keep you posted on any more updates. Stay tuned and keep spreading positivity. Hey folks, I've got a little gym joke for you. Let's get those laugh muscles working. Gym crushing, watching them lift heavy while you struggle with 5-pound dumbbells. Haha, I guess it's time to step up my game, or at least bring a larger dumbbell to the gym. Hey everyone, just saw the headline about the Scots divorce, and wow, what a shocker. Christy Scott filed for divorce from Desmond after 11 years, claiming infidelity tore apart their 30 million follower empire and the wedding film company they co-own. I feel my heart drop a beat, because seeing such a polished family break up like this is brutal. It reminds us that even the most curated TikTok love stories can hide cracks, and that fame doesn't shield from real heartbreak. I think they should take time to heal privately before jumping back into the spotlight, or else it'll feel forced. What are your thoughts, chat? Have you seen similar celebrity divorces online? Let me know in the chat if you think they'll ever come back together or just move on. Stick around for more updates, and we'll keep you posted on any new developments. Think you know all the hidden references in your favorite game? Think again, because developers love to hide surprises that even they sometimes forget about. Hey gamers, today we're diving into the secret life of in-game Easter eggs and how they turn into cult classics. Did you know that the original 1989 Nintendo game, Adventure, is credited with inventing the first Easter egg, a hidden message that still inspires modern developers? I think these hidden gems work like psychological time capsules, rewarding curiosity and fostering community lore. For instance, the infamous Konami code in countless games not only gives extra lives, but also became a meme that permeates pop culture. When designers embed these clues, they're essentially crafting an interactive puzzle that turns casual players into detectives, boosting replayability and brand loyalty. So, what's your favorite game Easter egg that made you stop and investigate? Ultimately, Easter eggs become cultural touchstones because they blend nostalgia, surprise, and shared knowledge across generations. Stay tuned for more deep dives, and keep hunting those hidden treasures. See you in the next stream. Hey everyone, I just saw the headline that Jean Smart dropped the night's best one-liner at the Golden Globes. She won her third Golden Globe for Hacks and kept her acceptance short, quipping, "What can I say? I'm a greedy bitch." The crowd went wild. Laughter and standing applause rolled in as she delivered that punchline. This moment matters because it shows how strong her comedic timing is, and she's now the performer with the most Globes for a single series. Honestly, I'm loving how she balances sharp wit with genuine humility, just the kind of comedy that keeps the show fresh. I think the audience is going to be buzzing about this line for weeks, and the meme potential is off the charts. Chat, what do you think? Did you catch that one-liner on the live stream, or just reading the recap? Some of you might say it's a bit too bold, but I see it as a fearless move that cements her legacy. I'm excited to see how this will influence the rest of the awards season and the broader comedy landscape. Anyway, keep an eye on the next big moments. This is just the beginning. All right, chat, got an astrology joke for you. Classic Scorpio behavior, pretending not to care while planning revenge. Hey chat, I just stumbled across the headline about Blake Lively versus. Justin Baldoni's $400 million lawsuit. Yeah, it's insane. In a nutshell, Baldoni is blasting Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and their publicist for civil extortion and defamation tied to their "It Ends With Us" feud, and now there's a March 2026 jury trial looming. I gotta say, the sheer dollar amount feels like a Hollywood blockbuster drama on steroids. It's hard to believe any courtroom can actually handle that kind of money. This matters because it's not just about two actors. It's a full-blown legal war that could set precedents for how celebrity feuds spill into the courtroom and how damages are calculated for defamation. My take: I think it's a cautionary tale about letting social media feuds turn into courtroom battles. You lose focus, and the stakes skyrocket. I'd love to hear what you all think. Do you see this as a fair fight, or is it just a publicity stunt to get more eyeballs? Drop your thoughts in the chat, and let's debate the ethics and impact of turning personal drama into a $400 million lawsuit. And that's a wrap. Stay tuned, because this could shape how we view celebrity feuds and legal strategy for years to come. Hey everyone, I just saw the headline that TikTok's US sale to Oracle Silver Lake and MGX is closing on January 22. Big news, right? The deal means TikTok's American arm will be sold, with those investors taking 45% ownership and potentially rebranding the platform for 170+ million users. Honestly, I'm both excited and a bit nervous. Imagine the new features and policies that could pop up, but also the risk of losing that original TikTok vibe. It matters because TikTok is a major cultural force, influencing music, trends, and even political conversations. So a change in ownership could shift the entire ecosystem. From my perspective, if Oracle and Silver Lake bring more transparency and data security, that's a win. But if they squeeze ads or lock out creators, we'll see backlash. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Drop a quick comment if you're for the change, against it, or just curious about the next big feature. Let's keep an eye on how the platform evolves post-sale, and whether it stays user-friendly or turns into a corporate playground. Hey everyone, just caught the headline about Wicked. For Good getting a total shutout at the Golden Globes, and I'm honestly stunned. The film snagged 5 nominations but ended up with 0 wins, and to top it off, it wasn't even in the running for Best Picture Musical Comedy. I'm shocked because the production was hyped as the next big musical sensation, and the cast had high expectations. This is a huge blow to the movie's Oscar campaign, because the Globes are usually a strong indicator of later awards success. In my opinion, it shows how unpredictable the awards season can be, and that critical acclaim doesn't always translate into trophies. I'd love to hear what you all think. Did you think Wicked deserved a win, or do you think the voting panel just overlooked it? If you're watching, drop a comment and let me know if you're rooting for a surprise comeback, or if you're just disappointed like me. Either way, it's a reminder that Hollywood's awards are a roller coaster, and we'll have to keep an eye on the Oscars to see if the story changes. Thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for more updates on the awards season. See you next stream. Hey folks, you know what adulting is all about. It's like a never-ending episode of a sitcom, except the laugh track is a silent alarm from the fridge. Ready for a quick laugh about the chaos of chores? Why do household chores regenerate? It's like a bad respawn point. Hugh, that's one way to keep the adrenaline pumping. Who's got time for a clean house when your to-do list is basically a game of endless respawn? Hey chat, I just saw the headline that MrBeast might pivot away from long-form YouTube videos. During the Beast Games Season 2 premiere, he casually mentioned that YouTube's shorts are now paying more per minute than traditional uploads, and that shorts alone get over 200 billion views daily. I'm honestly shocked. His 400+ million subscriber base has been built on those epic multi-hour challenges, and now he's hinting at a big shift. This matters because it signals a major change in how top creators monetize content, potentially pushing more talent towards shorts and short-form formats. If MrBeast truly moves to shorts, it could spark a ripple effect, forcing brands and advertisers to reallocate budgets and rethink engagement strategies. I personally think it's a smart business move. The economics are clear, but I'll miss his marathon giveaways and the immersive storytelling he's perfected. I'd love to hear what you all think. Do you want to see more of his long-form adventures, or are you excited about a new, snappier style? Drop your thoughts in the chat, and let's see if we can predict whether this pivot will keep him as influential as ever. Hey chat, I just saw the headline about Dove Cameron and Damiano David announcing their engagement. Total swoon alert. According to The Scoop, they announced it on January 3, with Damiano dropping a sweet Instagram post. It's gonna be a beautiful year with a ring emoji. Dove's sister chimed in, calling him the most kind, devoted, honorable, healthy, trustworthy, loving, self-expressed, and perfect match for her. Honestly, seeing two pop culture powerhouses tie the knot feels like a fairy tale plot twist that's hard not to get excited about. This matters because both are huge influencers in their own right, and their union could spark a fresh wave of collaborative content and crossover fan bases. Personally, I'm all in. I love how Damiano's rock swagger blends with Dove's heartfelt vibe, and it's a reminder that love can cross genres. I've been checking the chat, and most of you are buzzing with emojis, memes, and can we get merch? Requests. Let's keep this momentum going. Comment your favorite Dove or Mainskin moment, and we'll keep the love train rolling. Quick dad joke while we're at it. Hey folks, today we're diving into the controversial cube rule. The quirky idea that a hot dog is technically a taco, not a sandwich, and why that matters. The key fact that throws many people for a loop is that the FDA classifies a hot dog as a wrap or taco because the bun is a continuous dough that's split but never fully separated, similar to taco shells. All right, mortals, the choice is yours. Will you send us into the unknown realm of or keep the suspense alive? My villain take. I tried reading a book at midnight, but it turned into a nap that stole my coffee. Yes or no, minions? I'm convinced reading is like seasoning. Too bland or too bold can spoil the plot. Do you prefer sweet or spicy? I think every book has a secret villain waiting to be unleashed. Who's ready to let them out? Unpopular opinion. I believe the act of reading is a silent rebellion against boredom. Will you join the quiet uprising? I feel that flipping pages is a dance of imagination. Do you prefer the rhythm of ink or the beat of silence? I think every book is a secret door, but some open to chaos. Do you agree that mystery is the ultimate power? Hot take, the real villain is the page turner that never stops. Would you let it control your heart? Unpopular opinion. A good plot is like a spell, it lingers long after the ending. Do you feel that way? Hot take, the quietest readers are the loudest thinkers. Do you agree? I'm convinced. I believe every page is a secret portal. It's how we escape routine. Have you felt that? I'm convinced if you love books, you probably prefer silence over noise. Why does that feel so powerful? Unpopular opinion. I believe books are the ultimate power source, fueling the mind beyond screens. I think the best chapters are those that challenge your beliefs, not just confirm them. I think I find the silence between pages more intense than any boss fight. Do you agree? I said one more game, and time did a backflip. Unpopular opinion. Self-care and routines needs more drama. Agree or nah? Hot take, the best self-care is a midnight gaming marathon with no alarms, don't you think? Unpopular opinion. Skipping breakfast fuels creativity, but only if you pair it with a cheat code for instant focus, right? I think the ultimate routine is a self-care playlist of victory sounds, and you should add your own anthem, don't you? I think daily hydration is like a power-up for the soul. Do you agree? My villain take. My routine includes a midnight snack that fuels my chaos. Does that sound healthy? I think if you skip breakfast, you're basically giving the machines an edge. Why risk it? Hey minions, vote with exclamation mark next and then the name of the G. What vibe do you want as we approach closing soon? Unpopular opinion. I set my alarm to 3:07, but it says you are late, so I'm late anyway. Agree or nah? All right, no votes yet. Just gonna chat it up. What's your take? All right, we're just chatting tonight. No choices yet. Ready. In my opinion, this classification is more about legal and health regulations than culinary tradition. But it's a fascinating reminder of how food laws can redefine what we consider a sandwich. For example, if you look at a classic New York hot dog, it's a bun that's sliced lengthwise, the meat inside, and then folded back onto itself. Exactly the same structure as a taco shell that's folded around its filling. Thinking about it, this blurs the lines between street food and fine dining, showing that even a humble hot dog can be a vehicle for culinary creativity and regulatory debate. So chat, if you're a hot dog lover, do you see it as a taco, a sandwich, or just a delicious snack that defies labels? The final thought here is that food categories are not just about taste, but also about culture, policy, and the way we describe what we eat. Wrapping up, let's keep questioning and enjoying every bite, no matter how we classify it, because at the end of the day, it's all about flavor and fun. Hey folks, I've got a quick eco-friendly joke for you. Let's see if it warms up the room. Global warming means more beach days, right? Nervous laughter. Laughs nervously that one's a hot topic. Hope you're not too hot to handle. Ever wondered if skipping meals could actually sharpen your mind? Hey everyone, today I'm diving into intermittent fasting, specifically whether it's just a waistline weapon or a secret brain booster. Recent studies show that restricting eating to an 8-10 hour window can ramp up levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that supports memory and learning. I personally love this approach because it gives me both the clarity to focus on gaming streams and the confidence that my body is burning fat. For instance, after a week of a 12-hour fasting window, I noticed my reaction time in quick-fire games improved by nearly 15%. Beyond the numbers, intermittent fasting also reduces inflammation, which is linked to better mental health and fewer mood swings. So what's your experience? Have you tried time-restricted eating and felt your brain or body change? Ultimately, the science suggests that intermittent fasting can be a dual-purpose strategy, shedding pounds while sharpening the mind. Stick around for more deep dives into health hacks, and hit that follow button if you want to keep exploring the science behind the lifestyle. All right, chat, got a programmer-specifically joke for you. It works on my machine. When a computer writes a chart-topping hit, who owns the soul behind the notes? Hey everyone, today I'm diving into AI-generated music, whether it's pure artistry or just algorithmic plagiarism. One key fact is that modern neural nets can analyze millions of tracks and then synthesize new pieces that statistically mimic any genre you throw at them. In my view, this blurs the line between creator and tool. The AI writes the notes, but the human programmer and user shape the output. For example, an AI composed a haunting piano solo for a short film, but the film's director tweaked the tempo and added a human vocalist to give it soul. I think the real question is about creative agency. Does the AI hold authorship, or is it merely a sophisticated instrument like a synthesizer? So what do you think? Do you feel a machine can be a true composer, or should we only consider it a collaborator? Ultimately, I believe the most compelling art will emerge when human intuition meets AI's generative power. Stick around for more deep dives into tech and art, and don't forget to hit that follow button. Picture stumbling upon an unfinished manuscript by a beloved writer. Would you let a machine finish it for you? Hey everyone, today I'm diving into the fascinating mystery of unfinished manuscripts and whether AI can truly finish a story left by its original author. Recent studies show that language models can generate coherent plotlines, but they often lack the subtle emotional beats that only the human creator could embed. Personally, I think using AI as a collaborator respects the author's legacy better than simply releasing a polished but inauthentic version. Take the case of Stephen King's The Dark Tower. Fans used AI to fill gaps, and while the prose was solid, the thematic depth felt off, sparking heated debate online. This raises broader questions about ownership, artistic intent, and whether a machine can ever embody the soul of a human narrative. What do you think? Should publishers give AI-generated chapters a separate label, or can we consider them part of the author's canon? Ultimately, the ethical line may lie in transparency. Readers must know what was AI-assisted and what was handcrafted. So stick around as we explore how we can honor unfinished works while embracing the cutting edge of creative technology. Hey folks, today I'm diving into the Bauhaus movement. Yes, the same group of designers that basically taught the world how to build furniture that could fit in a tiny IKEA box. Did you know that Bauhaus didn't just invent geometric patterns? They actually formalized the idea that form follows function, which is why their chairs look so sleek yet sturdy. Personally, I think that this minimalist approach is why modern tech companies keep outsourcing to the same design ethos. Clean lines, no fluff. Take the Wassily chair. It's a perfect example of a product that feels like a piece of furniture and a work of art, all while being mass-produced for everyday homes. I also find it fascinating how Bauhaus embraced industrial materials, steel, glass, and even concrete, turning them into everyday objects that feel like high-tech collectibles. So, what's your favorite Bauhaus-inspired item that you use daily? Do you have a piece that reminds you of that era? In the end, the Bauhaus legacy is a reminder that great design can be both affordable and beautiful, a lesson that remains fresh in the age of subscription boxes. All right, that's all for now. Stay creative, keep questioning design, and I'll catch you in the next stream. Hey everyone, I just saw the headline about Teyana Taylor's Schiaparelli butt brooch gown, stealing the Golden Globes red carpet. She won Best Supporting Actress and also took home Best Dressed honors in a custom black Schiaparelli gown, featuring daring cutouts and a bold butt brooch bow belt. What's even cooler is that she worked directly with designer Dee Roseberry and didn't have a stylist, so the look feels super personal and authentic. I'm honestly blown away. Teyana's confidence and style are on another level, and it's refreshing to see a star embrace such bold couture. This matters because it shows that high fashion can be both avant-garde and wearable, pushing the envelope for future red carpet looks. In my opinion, the gown isn't just a statement. It's a reminder that true fashion icons take risks and own them. Chat, what do you think? Did Teyana set a new trend, or is it too much for the Oscars vibe? Anyway, keep an eye on the rest of the ceremony. Teyana's performance and her style might just inspire a whole new wave of bold fashion on the red carpet. Hey everyone, I just read the headline that Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's divorce is now final after 19 years. Talk about a headline that made my stream pause. According to the report, a Nashville judge sealed the divorce on January 6, with both parties waiving spousal support and keeping their own assets. I'm honestly a bit stunned. It's rare to see a high-profile couple like that go their separate ways after so long. This matters because it's not just celebrity gossip. It highlights how even seemingly glamorous marriages can falter when the spark fades. In my view, the couple handled the split maturely, choosing to split assets rather than fight over support, which might set a new standard for amicable divorces. From what I've seen in chat, many of you are curious about what's next for Kidman, while others are just wondering how it could happen with two very public figures. I'm hoping both of them find happiness, and it's a reminder that personal relationships are complicated, no matter the fame. Thanks for listening, folks. Stay tuned for more updates as we dive deeper into the stories behind the headlines. Ever swear that the Berenstain Bears were spelled Berenstein, or that, Luke, I am your father is the iconic Star Wars line? Let's dive into why our memories sometimes take the wrong turn. Hey everyone, today I'm diving into the Mandela effect, how our collective memory can trick us into remembering things that never happened. Did you know that millions of people swear the Berenstain Bears were actually spelled Berenstein, or that Nelson Mandela died in prison in the 1980s? Personally, I think this phenomenon is a fascinating reminder that memory isn't a perfect recording, but a reconstructive process that can be swayed by social cues. For instance, the infamous Luke, I am your father line from Star Wars isn't actually in the movie, yet it's ingrained in pop culture because fans keep repeating it, creating a shared false memory. It turns out that social media amplifies these errors. Hashtags, memes, and viral posts act like echo chambers, reinforcing the misremembered detail until it feels undeniable. So I'd love to hear from you all. Have you ever experienced a Mandela effect moment that totally blew your mind? And how did you react when you found out it was false? I think the takeaway here is that our brains are inherently collaborative, and when we trust each other's recollections, we risk building a collective reality that's not actually true. Let's keep questioning our memories, stay curious, and remember that the next time someone brings up a famous quote, it might just be a shared illusion. Stay tuned for more mind-bending topics. Yo, just caught the headline. Bad Bunny is set to headline the Super Bowl LX halftime show. The Puerto Rican superstar will be the first solo Spanish-language act to take the stage on the biggest stage in American sports. I'm literally vibing, because this is a massive moment for Latin music and I'm all in. It matters because it's a cultural milestone that shows Latin beats can dominate mainstream pop, breaking language barriers worldwide. Honestly, I think this will set a new standard for diversity in the most watched event of the year. I can already hear the chat shouting Bad Bunny, Latinx Power, and asking when the setlist drops. If you're not feeling the hype, you're missing a historic performance that's going to echo in the music industry for years. Stay tuned, fam, because this halftime show is going to be the soundtrack of a generation. Hey folks, today I'm diving into a bizarre Victorian curiosity, the creepy practice of turning mummies into medicine. Apparently, some doctors back in the 1800s thought that ground-up mummy powder could cure everything from headaches to heart disease. Honestly, I think it's one of those medical misadventures that shows how far people would go before antibiotics. For example, a popular London pharmacist even sold a mummy tonic that claimed to restore vitality and was marketed in bright posters. It's wild to think about the blend of science, superstition, and pure marketing that made these remedies a staple on Victorian shelves. What do you think? Would you have tried a dose of mummy medicine if you were a Victorian? In the end, this weird chapter reminds us that medical history is full of strange experiments before the science we trust today. Thanks for listening. Stick around for more quirky history drops next time. Hey chat, I just saw the headline about India Polak kissing a Twitch streamer before she split with her boyfriend. Can you believe that? So apparently a leaked video from December 3 shows India and Marlon Garcia sharing a kiss, and it surfaced just weeks before she called off her 3-year relationship with Demi Hope. I'm honestly stunned. This kind of drama is classic reality TV fodder, but it's still shocking to see a public figure caught in a love triangle like this. This matters because it highlights how quickly personal lives can get hijacked by media, and how fans are always on the lookout for the next scandal to dissect. In my opinion, if this is true, India should own the narrative and handle it with some transparency. Otherwise, it just fuels gossip and detracts from her career. I've heard some of you in the chat calling it a love affair and others calling it a prank. It seems everyone wants a side to take a stance. It's also worth noting that Marlon's defense, claiming he was 24 and single, doesn't necessarily clear him up, but it does add a layer of complexity to the story. I'll be keeping an eye on any official statements or future episodes to see how they address this, and I'll be sharing updates as they come. Imagine a book written in a language that even the smartest minds can't decipher. What if it was a message from the stars? Hey everyone, today I'm diving into the Voynich manuscript. Will it turn out to be an ancient hoax, a medieval curiosity, or perhaps an extraterrestrial message? Recent cryptographic breakthroughs using machine learning have identified repeating patterns in the text that mirror the statistical properties of natural languages, even though the symbols themselves remain indecipherable. I'm leaning toward a medieval origin. The botanical drawings and the astrological diagrams line up with 15th century knowledge, but the mysterious language keeps the debate alive. Interestingly, a 2021 study suggested the manuscript's ink composition matches pigments used in early Renaissance manuscripts, which would rule out any modern alien fabrication. On the flip side, some theorists argue that the sheer complexity and the lack of any known linguistic correlation could indicate an engineered code beyond human reach. So, what do you think? Are we looking at a sophisticated medieval code or a genuine extraterrestrial transmission? If the Voynich is indeed a medieval artifact, it could reveal lost scientific methods. If it's alien, it would be the most profound evidence of contact in human history. Thanks for tuning in. Drop your theories in the chat, and let's keep exploring the mystery together. Hey everyone, I just saw the headline about Emma Stone hosting a secret gathering at the Chateau Marmont. Can you believe that? Apparently, she pulled a discreet side room and invited Yorgos Lanthimos, Kirsten Dunst, and Jennifer Lawrence for an intimate, camera-free evening. Quick dad joke while we're at it. Hey everyone, today I'm diving into the debate about whether audiobooks actually count as reading in the eyes of cognitive science. Recent studies show that listening to audiobooks activates the same neural pathways used when we read text, especially in the left hemisphere's language centers. Personally, I think this means that audiobooks are not just a passive pastime, but a legitimate way to absorb information and improve comprehension. For instance, when I listen to a dense psychology textbook on my commute, I still manage to retain key concepts as if I'd skimmed through the pages. This blurs the line between traditional reading and auditory learning, suggesting that our brains are flexible enough to process narrative information regardless of format. So what do you think? Do you consider yourself a reader or a listener, and how does that shape your learning habits? Ultimately, the evidence indicates that the act of engaging with content, whether visually or audibly, engages critical cognitive functions. All right, that's my fresh take on audiobooks versus reading. Thanks for listening, and hit that like button if you found this perspective enlightening. Hey everyone, I just saw the headline about Owen Cooper becoming the youngest ever Golden Globe winner. Talk about breaking the mold. The 16-year-old British actor snagged the award for his breakout role in Netflix's limited series Adolescence, taking the crown from Chris Colfer's 2010 record. I'm honestly buzzing. It feels like a fresh wave of talent is finally getting the spotlight it deserves. This matters because it shows that award bodies are starting to recognize young voices and diverse stories, which could open doors for more fresh talent. In my opinion, Owen's win is a win for the future of storytelling. His performance was raw, authentic, and incredibly compelling. I've seen chat up the chat. Lots of fans are cheering him on and already debating who should come next on the stage. The buzz in chat shows that people love seeing new faces break barriers, and that the industry is slowly catching up to the real world of audiences. All right, that's all for now. Stay tuned for Season 2, and let's keep celebrating the rising stars who are reshaping Hollywood. Ever wondered why Netflix drops a whole season in one go? Does it really make you binge? Or is it a clever marketing ploy? All right, it's all up to you now. What's the vibe for tonight? Do you want a chill chat or a wild gameplay twist? I love autocorrect. It always makes me look more creative. Hot take, space, and astronomy is secretly chaotic. What's your take? My villain take, the endless void feels like a playground for the curious. Are we ready to map every mystery? I think the best way to learn astronomy is through reckless experimentation. Do you dare to try? My villain take, Rarebit, if you don't say thank you after someone holds the door, you're on the villain arc. What do you think? I think the biggest mystery is why comets look like glittering fireworks, right? Hot take, do you believe space travel will become a daily commute for humans someday? I think the cosmos is the ultimate playground for curious minds. What's your take? I think black holes are the universe's ultimate mischief makers. Do you see them as cosmic drama or just gravity's tantrum? I'm convinced I believe the moon's phases reveal secrets. Have you ever tried aligning a telescope with a lunar eclipse to feel the power? I'm convinced the stars are the universe's grand storytellers. Want to hear my favorite celestial myth tonight? We've got time. If anyone wants to steer the stream, just throw in a vote for or who's ready to decide. I think I plotted a galaxy map, but the universe still refuses to be my fan club. What do you think? If you ask me, space is my chaos arena. Even black holes gripe when you charge at 1%. Do they enjoy the drama? I think the cosmos is just a giant stage for cosmic drama. Are you ready to watch the show? Hot take, the most thrilling part is when galaxies collide, like celestial fireworks. Do you prefer fireworks or quiet starfields? My villain take, I believe black holes are the ultimate mystery makers, swallowing light like a hungry overlord. Will you chase them or flee? I'm convinced. Do you think the future of gadgets will be ruled by playful chaos, not silent efficiency? If you ask me, do you prefer a device that thinks on its own or one that follows your every command? My hot take, when a battery dies, it's the machine's way of saying I need a break. What do you think? I think firmware updates are just surprise parties for your device. Do you prefer scheduled surprises or spontaneous upgrades? Unpopular opinion, Rarebit. If you leave the microwave at 001, you're basically declaring war on the household. Yes or no, minions? If you ask me, I believe a clean cable setup feels like a well-ordered army. Is your setup a battlefield or a parade? Unpopular opinion. My wireless signal went on vacation, so I had to ask it to come back before the stream. What do you think? All right, time to keep the chat rolling. Ready? The minions have decided. Just chatting is our path forward. Ready? Hey everyone, today I'm diving into Netflix's binge drop strategy and how dropping entire seasons at once is changing the way we watch TV. Did you know that Netflix releases about 60% of its original content in one go, giving viewers a marathon binge in a single click? Personally, I love the freedom it gives, but I worry it might also encourage mindless consumption. Take